Hello everyone. It's been a little while. What's... You can see the last thing I did. Work on getting a Duskull for a semi-serious team. Oh, and this is from... Spoiler. From the Ore tournament that I organized. For which we have done some of the battles. Haven't been doing too much Pokemon stuff the last week. And I haven't really figured out what I want my next Dome team to be. With like more casual Pokemon. Not perfect stats. Like we got the Dodrio and we got a Walrein. Which I may use together. I don't know who the third one would be yet and I haven't really had time and energy to think about it. So instead today we're gonna do something else that will help me make my teams faster. And that's creating Pokemon for Secret Base specifically for EV training. We already have the level grind version, which still needs to be improved a bit. So now we're gonna go for EVs. Thank you, Derek. Let's see, I have some notes that I wrote down a while ago for Pokemon that can give me free IVs for each stat. Technically, we already have special attack because we have Latios for the XP grind. But I think we will make a Beautifly version. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Caparius. Doing alright. A little bit tired. But I think we're gonna start with Azumarill. Because Azumarill will be the lowest level. Well, actually, Wigglytuff would be the lowest level. Or Clefable. But this is easier. I think I'll just go and catch a couple of them because they're right next to us. I don't know exactly if they're the lowest XP yield. This could be a little bit optimized for if you're training level 50 legendaries who you don't want to level up. I should bring someone with Sweet Scent. Let's see, I think this is the one with Sweet Scent. Yes. Thank you, KT. Although I don't think we need too much good luck today. So I should go to an empty box. That's good enough. So the goal is gonna be getting 6 of them, evolving them, and having them only have like a non-damaging move, although that's not as necessary because I'll probably just have a strong Pokemon that can knock them out. Why did I grab a Sweet Scent Pokemon and a not Sweet Scent? I think Netball is gonna be stronger than Repeat Ball, I'm not sure. it's been a long time since I looked into all of them. KT, you're pretty sure there's a green Marill in that pond? Yeah, but I don't know how... I don't know how to get it. I don't have the shimmy. Got one. And, what level do they evolve again? It's pretty early level, which I was surprised by because I haven't really used Azumarill in playthroughs. One second while I look this up. 18, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. So these can already evolve. Yeah, level 18. So we could even get them if we would breed, or like, I don't know if we can catch them lower level somewhere here. That would be even less XP, but I'm not too worried about the XP. All the way up to level 30. I think the highest is 35? Could be wrong. Oh, broke out. No, not my Slugma. Double edge! Oh no, Slugma, no! How could you? Slugma did nothing wrong. Huge power? Well, also a huge level advantage. Another level 30. So this is gonna be the easiest one. With all of them just needing one level and then we're done. Well, we need to change some moves or delete some moves. But still, basically one level up and then we're done. Yeah, for now, I'm gonna try to keep them like low level-ish, but I'm not too concerned, especially about these ones. They're all like 30 or lower. I think that will be fine. I mean, if I ever train legendaries that are already level 50 on these, then I guess I'll find out if it's an issue. But I don't think so, especially if you use vitamins and XP share or just switching. I've trained on the Ghastlies before and those are around level 20. And that worked. And they only give 1 EV and these will give 3. I think this is the 6th one. Has Tail Whip, so we can just delete all the other moves and keep Tail Whip. For attack, I'm thinking Machamp. And for defense, it's probably gonna be Golem. Both of those trade evolutions, so we get to the last evolution pretty early on. Can we find both of them in Victory Road? And exactly 6. Did we get any good ones? Timid? No. I mean, maybe. One of the things I've been looking into some moves. Adamant, but no huge power. Unfortunate. Careful with huge power. Naughty with huge power. Bold, thick, fat. I don't know what the stats are. Doesn't matter. But I've been looking into some moves like Substitute because the challenge I'm doing doesn't allow me to use the single-use move tutor. And Marill is actually one of the few Pokemon that can learn Substitute through breeding. So that's really interesting. Hello, Super Flash. And something that I've been looking into a little bit. I don't really know what else I would do. I think Lapras is also one of the Pokemon that gets it without or through breeding. Yeah, we got another grinding stream. Lapras is probably a bit better for using in the Frontier. Okay, let me check. I know I could catch Graveler and Machoke in Fire Red Leaf Green Victory Road. I think Graveler is in the Magma base. I didn't get around to preparing this beforehand, so I'm gonna need to look some things up. Okay, Machop, or Machoke, we're gonna need to evolve from Machop. But Magma Hideout should have Gravelers, but what is the encounter rate? Magma Hideout. Pokemon. 15. But Geodude will be at a level where we want to evolve it anyway, so that's fine. And Machop will take a little bit more work. Don't know if we want to catch them or breed them, what will be easier. Let's see. Jagged Pass. Machop is 25%, that's not too bad. What about the Fiery Path? 15, okay, that's a little lower. And Route 112, it's also 25. Oh, we could have caught Marill there as well. Oh, it's not in Emerald, never mind. Okay, we're gonna go Jagged Pass. Let's go change our bike. So we can hop up the stones. Let's heal up our poor Slugma while we're at the Pokemon Center. I plan to share a save with all of these Pokemon and the XP grinding ones as well when we're all done. But I still need to improve my XP grinding setup to have 6 level 100 Latioses. If we're done early, we might do that. We'll see. Geodude, that's fine. 28. Let's just throw some repeat balls and hope for the best. These probably have self-destruct. Okay, that's the first one. And what else do we have on the list? We already have special attack, sort of. Special defense. A lot of legendaries. But I think the one we will probably go for is Blossom. Or Dustox. Actually, it's probably Dustox, isn't it? Because we'll be going for Beautifly anyway. So we'll probably end up with Dustox as well. And it's lower level. And then for speed, we can go catch a bunch of Golbats or Zubats. I already used a leftover Crobat for Ditto EV training at some point. But that thing only had mean look, which was very annoying actually. Hello, remember? We're just getting some grinding out of the way to make our life a lot easier in the future. Because we're gonna be training a lot of teams. Oh, a Torkoal. I think Torkoal is 2 defense. Usually Pokemon that do not evolve get 2. The exceptions are the legendaries you see on this list. They give 3. Let's see, I think this is 4. Okay, Silcoon and Cascoon are both 10% in Petalburg. And Whirlpool's 25. Yes, Super Flash. The plan is to make different teams for all the EVs. For every stat, we have a team of 6. And then I suppose I could add like some Pokemon with 1 or 2 EVs for when you need something more specific. Yeah, I guess I probably should do that. So that was 6. I think. I could catch 2 more, and we have one with 1 and one with 2. Just in case you need some extras, I guess. I was thinking I would just go into the wild and meet whatever Pokemon. Oh, there's a Graveler. Like, look for whatever Pokemon gives me 1 EV or 2. Is it gonna blow up? No. There we go. Ah, Ultra Nintendo. There is indeed no physical special split in Gen 3. I guess I could have caught a Torkoal. Oh, we can still catch a Torkoal. I mean, Torkoal probably has a somewhat difficult catch rate. Or not. Okay, we can keep one of the Geodudes as a Geodude for 1 EV. Alright. Now... oh wait, I don't need to hop. I'm so used to it. When I have this bike. What does is this attack as well? Oh, but it would only be 2, I think. We just run. So 25% encounter rate for Machop. I might just breed for them. What about Shadow moves in XD? What about Shadow moves in XD? I think we're just gonna breed for a couple of extra Machops. And then like 1 kill of Latios in the XP base, that should be enough. Some are physical, some are special. Oh, no physical special split. Let's see. While we're getting some extras, let's get an extra Whismur for 1 HP EV. You're like how hidden power could be either physical or special. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, I think. I don't know, I don't know too much about them because I haven't played the games yet. Which we will be doing eventually. but not yet. Probably after I finish the whole frontier thing with casual IVs. Or maybe it will be something like Gen 1 first. Catch an extra Meryl. Level 17, that's actually perfect. Because we want to it evolves at 18 and we want it to be as low level as possible technically. Oh, doesn't want to be caught. That's the fence girl. But this is not like the Blissey in Wowie Kasawi's base. That became unkillable. Gen 1 would be cozy. Yeah, and I want to do Stadium after, which I have never finished. Because I never had the ability to use my own Pokemon and I didn't like the rentals that much. Alright, let's go Petalburg Woods. Oh, we're hatching eggs. It's gonna be a Duskull. Actually, if you did see my notes at the start, I had like a perfect fodder because it's a Dusclops that I stole from Ruby Tower. But the mother was still a Ditto trying to get a good nature. But I already got some pretty decent Dusclops. It's like the first one I hatched, I was trying to get a calm one plus special defense minus attack. The first one I hatched was a bold one minus attack plus defense, which is its other best nature. Like it depends on what you need for your team. And that one had some good stats. Just that horrible speed, which on the one hand doesn't matter at all, and on the other hand kind of matters. Okay, Silcoon. Here I'm gonna need to keep notes. Silcoon. But this one will be for my Curse Baton Pass team. Where I have an Umbreon who has Curse Baton Pass and I have Dusclops with Ghost Curse. This was actually one of my first kind of challenge slash joke teams. I just thought it would be funny to have both versions of Curse. And initially I failed with the team, then I tried it again with a slightly different version, like just changing some moves, and got gold as one of my first teams in the tower. Not the first one, that was the no attacking move team. But I think it has some potential to get like a decent streak. I might be completely mistaken, like I'm gonna improve it a little bit more over the version I used to get gold. There's a Cascoon, which we haven't caught yet. Yeah, usually when I pair Umbreon and Dusclops, I want Bolt Dusclops because Umbreon is afraid of physical moves like Cross Chop, Mega Horn. I'll just catch some Wurmple as well. 'cause they're a lot more common. And if we don't run into that many Silcoons and Cascoons, we can just evolve a bunch of these. Yeah, it's gonna be two very bulky Pokemon. Interesting that Flower Power mentions Vaporeon, because the only evolution I've used is Umbreon so far. But Vaporeon definitely has some potential. Cascoon up to 2. Silcoon up to 2, very nice. They're only 10% each. Yeah, I know they're random, but like we can just evolve a bunch of them and then hopefully get enough of both. Somebody was making Gengar, Vaporeon, Steelix. Yeah, I remember. Because I'm using like something similar, except I have Mantine instead of Vaporeon. Okay, another Cascoon. This is very lucky. We take those. And I do have a really good Mantine. I just don't know who the partners are gonna be yet, because I used it on a Steelix Dusclops team. And it's supposed to counter Oko Pokemon. The problem is Steelix has 2 abilities. So the AI is gonna guess, does it have Sturdy or not? Which means if they guess that it doesn't have Sturdy, even though it does, then on a turn that I'm switching into my Mantine, it could just go for sheer cold. Because it's decided that I don't have Sturdy, even though I do. Which means there's like 7.5% chance that I die on a switch against sheer cold or Horndrill, which is not ideal. So I probably want to use something else, like Donphan, who can only have Sturdy. And is also still immune to electric. But then, like, Steelix is the better Pokemon by far, I would say. So I'm not entirely sure yet how I feel about that one. Yeah, the AI guesses every time, so after it uses an Oko move into my Sturdy Pokemon, which would have been Steelix, and I switch out and I switch back in, then the AI has forgotten that it has Sturdy, so then it can happen again. which is very scary. Another Pokemon I was not really considering, but somewhat considering, was Shuckle, because it's weak to water and not to ice. Which means against things like Walrein, I would always be switching into a Surf. And never an Ice Beam, assuming it has both. Which means I don't risk getting frozen on the Switch. But Shuckle, of course, is not immune to electric moves, so that's a pretty big setback. Shroomish. Yes, Steelix also baits fighting moves, which Dusclops would really want. And also for Mantine, that can be good. Slack off. I already have one in the box ready. So I want to use the slacking at some point. Super Flash, you think it's funny how Volt Absorb Lantern is broken in Pokemon World Tournament? Because of how the AI perception of your Pokemon having two abilities. How does it work in Gen 5? Does it think you have both Volt Absorb and Water Absorb? Does it have both by Gen 5? I would assume so, because that's when they introduced hidden abilities. And I'm pretty sure it has both. Okay, Cascoon up to 4. How do we only have 2 Wurmples? It's 2.5% the encounter rate. Not that I'm gonna complain, because I want the Cascoons and the Silcoons. Another one. Hello, Peter. You thought everyone would be doing Champions gameplay? Yeah, we just saw one Shroomish, Katie. Okay, Wurmple number 3. And I also saw one Slack Off. And Derek is actually doing the Slack Off hunt, and he's on phase 15 or 16. I think he's on 16 now. Going for Slack Off here. Speaking of Slack Off, imagine we actually get the shiny Slack Off here. Hello, Sandy. Another Wurmple. Wurmple's catching up. Dugang Rise. Let's go, Dugang. Oh, I should go to live chat, not top chat. Hope I didn't miss anything. Probably not. D-Gang is Do-Gang for short. Yeah, I think that's a really helpful... Oh, another slack off. Yeah, water Pokemon are very abundant, and I think we're gonna go catch a Tentacool soon. As our one Spadef EV. Speaking of, you should probably download Champion Super Flash. So, is it on both Switch 1 and Switch 2? I only have one. And I heard it's not out on phone for a couple of months. Another slack off. I was watching Jimothy Cool's stream this morning for a bit. It looked pretty decent. Sandy, your new ID came in. You can officially travel and drive without being harassed. Well, I mean, when you're driving, they're gonna need to harass you before they can see that you have the ID. So I don't know about that one. I have to hunt slack off. I have to touch. No thanks. Stop. Stop giving me slack off. Relican does have awesome physical defense. I think it's base 130? And like 100 HP, so it's pretty bulky. Sandy, you saw a video of the former Prime Minister of the Netherlands. I'm assuming it's Mark Rutte. Leaving the office and riding away on a bike. Felt a little too in the nose. I mean, that's just how we are, you know? Like, why wouldn't he ride away on a bike? I can't run forever? Actually, I think I can. Because I have Smoke Ball. It's back! Go away! Nice, another Silcoon. Oh, back to back. I think we probably just evolved the other Wurmples at this point. Don't know what Wurmple gives. I want to say like HP or maybe attack. That's what Caterpie and Weedle give. Okay. Tentacruel. My go-to spot. Mount Pyre. Wurmple is HP? Yeah, I figured. Oh, we're getting repeat messages. Come on, Flower Power. I want to see some original stuff. Oh. Whose secret base is that? It's Riley's base! With the golden shield. I'm not gonna battle him because I only have level 5 Duskull, Tropius, Slugma, Meryl. Shuppet gives 1 attack as well. I would train in Mount Pyre on Shuppet because it's 100% encounter rate when I want needed attack. We saw him earn that gold shield. Yeah, we definitely did. Alright. This is where I found my first wild shiny. Shiny Tentacool. As a kid. And of course I did have red Gyarados from Gen 2 many times, but that's not really the same, of course. Right, I think just 1 is enough. Hello, Rob. I think we're gonna level up the Wurmples against Gabby and Ty. Yes, I did catch the shiny Tentacool back then. It's a little bit of a mess right now. We want the Wurmples. Oh boy, more Gabby and Ty. Yep, everything comes back to Gabby and Ty. Even though we have the secret base, still need to come back here for one reason or another. Okay, let's find Starmie. We should still have Amulet Coin. Brave Starmie, the best nature. What is the vision here? We are creating Pokemon that give free EVs, so we can put them in a secret base and we can get a bunch of EVs in one go. And Beautifly and Dustox give 3 EVs. Beautifly for special attack and Dustox for special defense. And they also just have String Shot. Or I guess for the ones that were already a Silcoon or Cascoon, just harden, so very easy to delete the other moves. Hello Raven, thank you for the good luck. And we can just evolve 2 of them at a time, which is nice. And that was a Silcoon, so we're up to 6 now. I'm gonna need something for special attack. Maybe a Golduck, Psyduck. Or I guess Oddish. Oddish Gloom. Actually, I didn't need to evolve these ones. Because we already have enough. It doesn't really matter which ones I evolve. I guess this is an extra battle, but we can use the money, so. I guess they'll end up being slightly higher level, but it's not really gonna matter. I don't think. Let's see, what's a good spot to catch some Zubats? At an okay level? Go Meteor Falls, maybe? 14 to 20, that sounds decent. 5 to 35 when I'm surfing. That'll work, probably. Actually, I would prefer a lower level because then it's gonna get more happiness from leveling up. KT used Blossom for special defense. Yeah, I was thinking Blossom. Then I remembered Dustox, and we're already going for Beautifly. And it also means I don't have to hunt for Sunstones right now. Which isn't the worst, because you can get like 60% encounter rate for Soul Rock. I'm gonna... Wait, I still have one plugged in. Turbo controller. So I can just hold B. Maybe Zubat from Granite Cave, that would work too. Wait. Attack first. And switch. Altering Cave, and that's 100%. Yeah, that's a good spot. And I have the Soothe bells somewhere. They are 8 levels higher in the Altering Cave. I think I'll take that. Don't care that much. KT, you love how Game Freak threw Altering Cave into Emerald, but left in Violet Leaf Green cave music? One cave unlocks only in post-game, has its own song and only Zubat? What were they cooking? Motive, you were just thinking, where are the streams from me? And here we are. Yep. I think I forgot to post it in the Discord. Not too big of a deal. I guess I can still post. Give me a second. Alright. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do, Peter, except for the cloning part. Superflash, you think Jumpluff is a better idea to use than Crobat? Yeah, but I'm kind of liking that we're getting all of them on Emerald. So I'm fine with going with the Crobat instead. You can also catch Machoke in Fire Leaf Green Victory Road and then no Foresight at that level. That is nice. Yeah, that's not fly. Well, we can't get an encounter here. Friendship grind is gonna be something then. Yeah. Let's see. I want to go rearrange some things. Oh, I suppose. Have I thought of a new team? Not yet for the dome. I mean... Yeah, no, I haven't yet. So you go here. How do you get more Thunderstones and Emeralds? You need to get shards from wild Pokemon. Probably Chinchou. But I'm not completely sure if it's Chinchou. Okay, this is a little bit messy, but we'll sort this out when we're done. Oh, and these Pinecos need to go somewhere else. I guess I'll put them in the next box. Yeah, all the evolution stones for fire, water, leaf, and thunder. You can get those from trading in shards, and the shards you can get from some of the water Pokemon. But buying them in Fire Red Leaf Green is much easier. Then the Sunstone, you can steal it from Solrock. The Moonstone you can steal from Lunatone, however, that's only in Sapphire. You can also steal them from Clefairy in Fire Red Leaf Green. But honestly, it's probably just easier to restart your Fire Red Leaf Green game if you have the option. Like, if you have two Fire Red Leaf Green games, and you can keep one fully completed, and the other you can restart, get the Moonstones, trade it to the other game can still trade with your Emerald. That would probably be the easiest, or the fastest way. But that requires like 3 games. Green is 5% on Relicanth, who's super rare. Yeah, and like red I think is on Corsola, which also isn't the most common. And then Clamperl has probably blue, and I think yellow shard is Chinchou. So that's definitely tough. I wouldn't recommend it if you have other options. Which we do for this. Super Flash, you never liked how you can only get one Moonstone evolution in Ruby and Emerald. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Luckily, the Moonstone evolutions aren't that great. In Emerald you can clone, yeah, but... then you still can't use one in your playthrough, and... also you need to clone. Which is not a legitimate... like, not how the game is supposed to go, so you really only have one. If you either don't want to do it or you're unaware of how to clone. Okay, with that we have completed our special attack. Well, I guess we still need the 1 and 2 EV. Medicham is such an odd Pokemon to lock out of Emerald, same with Masquerain. Masquerain at least you can get with Swarm. Which I cannot get because my battery's dead on this save file. But yeah, the Medicham not being available is really too bad. It would have been such a cool Pokemon to use. SRK, what am I cooking? We are cooking an easy way to EV train. KT, you think you can get a Swarm if you record mix with a Ruby that has a Swarm? Oh, that's interesting. You can't get Surskit in Emerald? You can with a Swarm. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure how the Swarms work. But I'm pretty sure you can get one. Physical Beast, you recently encountered a shiny Wurmple in your Emerald ROM. Did you catch it? Because when you say encountered, that doesn't necessarily mean that you caught it. Yes, you did catch it, but it's in PC. Do you mean you were playing on emulator on PC, or it's in your box? Hello, JG. Hello, Dugang. We're just having a chill stream today. Doing some grinding. Some grinding to make grinding easier. On Bulbapedia it says in Emerald Surge Kit is not a swarm. It isn't? Oh, I thought it was. I guess that's my bad then. Let me check. Something. It says on Cerebi that it's a new Flash Swarm on routes 102, 114, 117 and 120. Oh, but here on Bulbapedia it says it's a C-Dot Swarm. What about the other routes? Or maybe it is that you need to a record mix to get them. Yeah, here it's also, it's a Nuzleaf. So I guess technically it's possible, but you need a different game. Yeah, looks like we can't get it. Okay. Well, I wasn't able to use it anyway. I'm evolving Cascoon into Dustox and Beautifly for a secret base, SRK. Beautifly gives free special attack EVs and Dustox gives free special defense EVs. So if you put 6 of them in a base and knock all of them out with the Macho Brace, and if you have it, Pokerus, that's a lot of EVs in very little time. So that's why we're doing this right now. Alright, that's another one completed. Or about to be. Why not use the level 100 Ladi room for this? Because keeping them lower level is actually good for us. In case we're training up a level 50 legendary who we want to use for level 50. But I'm not too picky with the levels at the moment. Especially for the Marils, we could go way lower level for some of them. Sailor, you're drinking Jägermeister? Who's with you? Not me. Jägermeister. $1.15 on a Wednesday? I mean, for me it's not $1.15. Still need to delete all the moves, but we'll just do that all in one go, I think. You don't count over there? There's more of us than there are of you. Although I guess we are spread out over... Well, you're also spread out over multiple time zones, so... I guess we're no longer switching because we need more XP now. I don't drink in general? Yeah, pretty much. I did have some advocaat during Easter, which is like similar to eggnog. I don't know if it's the same thing. But that's a little bit of alcohol. Wait, I forgot to switch Tropius. Guess we're not evolving. Probably need to give the lucky egg as well. Sandy, you get so excited to drink you start shaking? Oh no, I don't think that's good. We got one level, but we're gonna need one more. Sandy's experience at the airport was so bad he became an alcoholic. Oh no. It's not addiction, it's called being consistent. Whatever you need to tell yourself. KT, you don't have a drinking or drug problem. You're in fact pretty good at them. Oh no. Sandy, you were unironically drinking at the airport. Yeah, we're having such a great time over there. Let's see, do we have the lucky egg on the save file? I'm not sure. Yeah, we do. Here it is. You don't drink a lot, Sandy? You're not a fan of being drunk, just tipsy? Yeah, what do you consider to be tipsy? I think we're gonna run out of serfs before we level up all of these marrows. Remember, you've been sober every day of your life, but if the Chargers win the Super Bowl, you will take one shot? I don't know enough about the Super Bowl to know if that's ever gonna happen. Super Flash, you want to see the friendship grind? Well, it's probably just gonna be leveling them up with a Sooth Bell. Sandy used to manage a bar. You've cut back on drinking a ton. I don't know if that says as much as you wanted to say. Just know you guys haven't won one yet. Unfortunate. I think we probably have just enough. Like exactly enough to level up all of these marrows. We don't have a non-damaging move on this Meryl because it's level 30. Should maybe catch some more Meryls that are lower leveled. Because we don't want them to have any attacking moves. Just in case we're EV training like a level 5 Pokemon. We want to be able to switch in at all times. Yeah, I think I'm gonna catch some more low-level Merrills. They'll be faster than finding another hard skill. The hard skills have been horrible. Let's see, does the 22 one still have non-attacking move? Yes, still has Tail Whip. No, we have Starmie, we don't need to teach Surf. Level 29. I don't know at which level it doesn't have a non-attacking move, but let's just run. I could look it up, but it can't be that difficult finding a level 20-ish, like low 20s, high 10s. Level 8? Okay. Well, I guess we'll grab you then. Super Flash, the Crashers, or what were they called? Can't even catch the level 8. The Chargers, not the Crashers. The Chargers haven't been relevant since they moved to LA, and remember you can neither confirm nor deny Super Flash's statement. That's not a good sign. Need one more. Level 11, there we go. With a Tail Whip. Remember, the Chargers are the reason you created your YouTube channel? Really? But they're so bad you only do Pokemon content now? Oh no. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Let's see, we want to level those up. Oh, we need to take back the egg. I'll grab the egg in a moment. 26, 20. Don't need you. At least we're getting a bit of money, because I was broke. Yeah, we've got a decent amount. That's quite a few more eggs I can hatch. Because I kept running out of money to get my Pokemon out of the hostage situation. That's the daycare. Have any Chargers players been arrested for battery? What? I would hope not. I hope they're not charging any batteries over there. Oh, I forgot to switch the Tropius again. One was arrested for having guns in his car a while back. What, you can't even have guns in America? What happened to your freedoms? Sandy, you can have them, but they need to be registered and have specific requirements for transporting them. They also change from state to state. Oh, don't learn the move. Alright, that's another one done. Or about to be done. Someone was arrested from the Chargers for gun possession. Great. Oh. Flower power's back. What can you tell me about Mystic Water, Miracle Seed, and Charcoal Flower Power? The same person allegedly assaulted a fan. That sounds like the perfect person to carry around guns. Oh. Don't forget to use your PP ups or your PP maxes, guys. On Fire Blast, Hydro Pump, or Giga Drain. I mean, those moves all have 5 PP, so if you were gonna use PP up, then it's definitely the moves you want them on the most. Definitely had it on... did I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had it on Giga Drain, like the only move I PP upped on the Blossom, I think. I don't really have any teams that I support. Just my country in general, I suppose. And we do pretty well from time to time in some sports. I mean, we did really well in the Winter Olympics. We got 3rd place for the gold medals. Derek, your Stallmons, I'll have max protect PP. Yeah, max protect and substitute on things like my Dusclops are definitely needed. I'm frequently in danger of running out of PP on those moves. Sandy, you guys don't care if you beat people? If you can play with the ball really good. That wouldn't surprise me. Flower power is most dev on some flowers, you think? Our theory, Derek, is that it's some sort of bot. It's actually started on a different account. And it used to just say Ultra Nintendo. Like multiple times per stream in all caps. But then it moved on to just saying things about the games, and then sometimes I think one time it kind of glitched and it started talking about I don't know, something existential or something. I don't quite remember what it said, but it was not game related. Cruyff, Van Persie, Robben, and now the one forward you'll have is really good. I mean, there's a bunch more, but yeah. We have some good football players. Ultra Nintendo. But we have much more than just footballers. We are okay at football, but we never end up winning, so... But we're definitely good at producing talent. But we have like no money compared to all the other big leagues, so they just get stolen by the other leagues. But then for national team, that in theory shouldn't matter as much. We do okay, but not... We're not winning anything. But we get close sometimes, so it's still exciting. but there's still a lot of other sports. I mean, mostly we're really good at ice skating. And of course, we're decent at cycling, or at least some cycling stuff. Remember, you'll watch any sport, honestly, except baseball. We have Jutta Leerdam. Enough said. Yes, we certainly do. We have some athletic stuff. And of course, like sailing and what do you call that? Windsurfing, that sort of stuff. All right, we're done here with these ones. We used to be decent at swimming, but I think we're not winning anymore or as much. We're actually really good at basketball, but it's still like 2v2, or do they call it 3v3? But you have like one as a substitute or something. It's like mini basketball. We won some big things there. Did we win the Olympics, or was it the World Championship, or both? Okay, let's see. We need to evolve some Geodudes. Then we need to go catch Zubat and get some more Machops. Oh, I forgot to give the lucky egg, and I forgot to switch the order again. Oh well. I don't really watch sports consistently, but when there's some interesting event, I usually watch at least some of it, or try to catch some of it. I haven't done it yet, but I mentioned this last stream, I think. I finally got the Flippy Drive, which is like a mod for the GameCube. Finally arrived after not hearing about it for like half a year. And that should improve the video quality of the streams in the future once I get around to installing it. I need to look up what I need to do, because I don't need to solder anything, which is nice, but I do have, like, between when I ordered it and when I got it, I did actually get a soldering iron. So I suppose I could have soldered it by now. That's one. Discord meeting would be interesting. Yeah, but it would be a bit difficult to actually meet up IRL with how spread out everyone is. I mean, I'm sure some people could meet up. And we're already almost 2 hours in. But to be fair, we've done quite a bit already. Just attack and speed after this. No, I didn't go far enough. Derek, you think we should do a meetup in the Netherlands? Yeah, there's a couple of people who have commented on my videos who were from the Netherlands. So I guess it is technically possible. Maybe at some point. Second you, dude. I think for the Zubats, I probably want to trade my Latioses to the other save file. And then level up. I'm not sure. Is the friendship you have when you catch a Pokemon, is it the same as when you just traded it? So I guess in that case, I could keep Latios on this save file. And then get some traded XP on the other save file for faster levels. I know your friendship resets, but I'm not sure if it's lower or the same as when you just got it. It's probably the same. Unless, of course, you have like a luxury ball, but we don't. Oh, I didn't switch. I did switch the item, but I didn't switch the places. That's great. Superflash, you're actually going to Toronto soon. You're meeting a friend that lives down there. I'm pretty sure someone else is from Toronto. Level up on the wrong Pokemon. At least that should mean we still get the level up next battle. Eric, you think healing your Pokemon with berries instead of using Pokemon Center yields more happiness? Yeah, I don't know if it works in Emerald, but I'm pretty sure just using items, even though they have no effect, can be like a way to increase happiness in a game or some games. I'm not sure if it works here. If you just spam potion or something, or just the berries. Should probably try looking that up. There's our level up. Let's see. Stat reducing berries. Right, you can keep feeding those. Tilta, am I EV training Geodudes? No, not quite. We are training the Geodudes so we can use them to EV train other Pokemon. Oops, that's not where I wanted you to be. We will put these, we'll evolve them into golems, then it will give free defense EVs, and then we'll put them in a secret base. And then you can very quickly train your defense, and we also are doing this for every other stat. Discord trip to the US where everyone gets detained and deported so you don't need to pay for a ticket back. Is that how that works? Do you not have to pay? But I don't really feel like being locked up for a couple of months for no reason. For a couple of weeks. Like some people have been. Training Pokemon to train our Pokemon. Exactly. You have to pay with months of your life. Probably some police brutality. Yeah, that sounds worth it. Definitely sounds like a life experience I need to have. I'm not really much of a traveler most of the time, but the US is on my non-existent no travel list. Just recite the Pledge of Allegiance and you'll be fine. Yeah, but I haven't been indoctrinated my entire life. So, I mean, not in the way you guys have been. And definitely not for the US. Let's see, I think Machop is gonna get some levels from the daycare, so we'll not level it up yet. Sandy, you remember not standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance and getting beat up for it as a kid? Yeah, that definitely sounds like a healthy country. Like you generally got jumped at reset and needed stitches. Yeah, the US is definitely a sane country. Nothing wrong. Tropius is for once not in the second slot. Sandy was then labeled a domestic terrorist. Now we know the cat comes out of the bag. The Sandy comes out of the bag. This is why you're constantly losing your car and stuff. And that's why you can't fly anywhere. Yeah, exactly. It's all perfectly reasonable. Michael, you're a veteran and you would say you're definitely not a good country. I mean, you would have to have a pretty interesting view on what is a good country to say the US is a good country. Come visit ATL. What is ATL? During football season. You'll show me a good time? I think I'm good. And you'll protect me? Thanks. Do we have a non-attacking move on the Geodude? I haven't been paying attention. Atlanta. Ah. Atlanta, Georgia. Alright. Thanks for the offer, but I think I'm not gonna take you up on that one. We do not have a non-attacking move. Okay, that's Are we gonna need to hunt some hard scales? Wait, we're down here for now. Let's see. Let's go catch a Zubat. Let's see. Okay, Slateport. You'll even have a Durek waiting for me? I don't have much hair, so I don't think it needs protecting. But maybe that will help keep me safe, or maybe it won't. I don't know. There's our Zubat, level 12. I think I'm gonna breed for Zubats as well so that we have a lower level. Wait. Put the Graveler in here first. Grab Slugma. Grab a Ditto. A face reveal with the 360s? What do you mean by the 360s? We don't need an Everstone. We're not breeding for a nature. Remember, you will shiny hunt if we can convince Riley to stream with a Durack on Friday? I don't know if that's gonna happen. Oh, I need to switch bikes. Get my fast bike back. I could buy some vitamins. I can buy them with battle points so I wouldn't lose money. And feed those to the Zubats. Let's see. That would be all of my points, actually. If I go max. So maybe not, because I'm gonna need a bunch of rock slides from the move tutor. And a bunch of other stuff. Oh, another one, nice. Usually it takes a while with Ditto, but not today. Surely Zubat is a fast egg, right? Every time I'm breeding for a Pokemon with good stats, I pick one that's 6400 X steps or higher. I apparently cannot pick any that are 5,000 or less. And one of the hunts is gonna be that Umbreon. And I need to replace female Eevee. And getting one. It's already 12.5%, I think, for female Eevee. Maybe it's 25. One of those two. And then it's gonna be 50-50 to get the nature. And it actually needs good stats as well, so that's gonna be fun. Took me like an entire box just to get one female Eevee with the nature I needed. And no stats. Sandy, you're making a Riley Tower team with Articuno, Rhydon, Blaziken. Yeah, I could also fit in Machamp. Because Machamp and Blaziken, I think, knocked him out an equal amount of times in Ruby Tower. But Rhydon is definitely more of an Emerald threat. But Machamp is still dangerous in Emerald. I think we're probably finishing this little project off on a different stream. So don't want to stream too long today. I've been feeling a bit exhausted lately. That's one Zubat down. Now when the next egg comes, we have enough space to take out the Zubat from the daycare and put in the Machop. Okay, Zubat definitely not one of the longer egg groups. Don't know what the egg cycles are in this. Let's see. I still have one of my tabs, have all the egg groups. If it wants to load, apparently it doesn't want to load. Maybe the site is dead. Okay, I guess we're going to Cerebi then. Zubat, 3.8k steps. Yeah, that's a lot better than 6.4k. I think I just need to take a little bit of a break, Derek. Take it easy for a little bit. Try to get enough sleep for once. Which, I got 4 hours of sleep last night, so that didn't happen. But I did sleep a lot on Monday. Just not at the right time. Okay, we're never getting this last egg, apparently. There it is. Took you long enough. Take back Zubat. Although, maybe I should get another one. Because this Zubat is already pretty high level. Well, whatever. It's gonna be fine. But I think after we finish breeding all the Machops, I think I'll finish the stream for today and then we'll train those up next stream. And then also probably grind up a few Latioses, maybe, if we have enough time. Excuse you, but pooping out 6 eggs in 15 minutes ain't easy. Are you sure? Sandy, you wonder how much sleep debt I have? Well, you know, like student loans? Well, that's what I have with sleep. Need more eggs, yeah. Soon, my entire Pokebox will be full with breach eggs. Sleep debt is an interesting concept. Yeah, it doesn't really... It doesn't keep adding up. I mean, in a way it does, but it's not really debt anymore. It's just permanent damage. You can't really catch up. Sleepy debuff permanent. Oof. I definitely have a stacking debuff. How many more eggs do we need? 2 more? Yes. 2 more. How many steps for Machop? 5,000? Fighting Machop. Yes, 5,120. Still not too bad. Oh wait, was one of the eggs still a Zubat? Do we need more Machop eggs still? Yeah. 2 more. Wait, no. 3 more. 3 more. This does look kinda nice, doesn't it? Super Flashy always appreciated that it's a straight line between Verdanturf and Mauville. Yeah, it is really nice. This is definitely a good quality of life change. I remember in Oras, they had this really nice island where you could just go in a square by holding one direction, because when you got to the corner, the perspective would change. So holding left or holding right would still keep you going all the way around the island, which was super nice. Yeah, the Battle Resort was really nice, yeah. And then I remember in Gen 7, which is where I did most of my breeding, you didn't have that, but what I did was, I think like next to the daycare, it was like a small square where you could go in, then you could go on your Tauros, which was like basically your bike, and then you would just spin your left stick, and Tauros would run in circles, and I would count as steps. And I think that's how I did it. I definitely prefer Gen 6. At least in that aspect. Were you able to purchase luxury balls in Emerald? No, I think the way to get them is the resort in Fire Red Leaf Green. I think that's the only repeatable way. I could be wrong. I'm not really the one that usually hunts for specific Pokeballs. At Panolio Ranch? Yeah, I assume that's the one. It's been a long time since I've played. Let's see, I think we need one more egg. But I'm gonna put this one in the PC already. Those things are forever embedded in your memories, Peter. Yeah, I spent a lot of time there. I didn't even breed that many teams. But still, many hundreds of eggs. Or thousands. I don't know. I think it did say when you were like battling online. I don't know if that's also a Gen 7 thing or just Gen 6. I think it's also Gen 7. It would say... Sometimes info would pop up like, hatch this many eggs or something. I don't know how many those are for me. But then it's also spread out over like multiple save files. That was a Gen 7 thing? Was it not in Gen 6? Okay. I thought that was pretty interesting. I also remember we had to do a bunch of weird stuff with the online to get certain things. Probably also to get bottle caps or something. Like, yeah, you had this online plaza thing where you could have certain buildings and it would give you some stuff. I just don't remember what. And I know we had like power boost for like hatching, and then you would hatch faster for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I think that was already in Gen 6 to some degree. The global events were sick, yeah. I remember that like everyone had to, together we had to do like, I don't know, catch this many Pokemon or hatch this many eggs or whatever. I don't quite remember, and then we would get some reward if the goal was met. That was interesting. But I played some VGC at the time, so I had to do all of that stuff. Derek, you just hit 9k encounters again. So over odds on this phase. So is this phase 16? For Slackoff in Petalburg Woods? I don't think I could do a hunt like that. I mean, I'm not shiny hunting at all. Or not much. For me, it's just a side thing. Yeah, it's phase 16. Alright, just a couple more, then you're at phase 20, and then surely you'll get the 5%. Because that's how it works. You get it exactly on odds. Yeah, but if I were to do something like that, I would definitely be breeding. Because then at least I'm probably gonna get something with really good stats. But breeding is also slow. What kind of, what are the egg steps for Slackoff? 3.8. That's actually quite fast. Same as the Zubats. That's really good, actually. And with the Everstone, it's basically the same as Synchronize anyway. So I'm just as likely to have a good nature. I'm just way more likely to get good stats, assuming I've got good parents, which I would definitely arrange good parents. Your second phase was a 5% Talo? Ooh. That kind of feels bad. Is that the last one? And I think we have our 6 Machops. Where should I be getting 7? Or even 8? Oh, no, we still have to hatch 1. No, we already have to shop it. Guess I still need something for +2. EVs? Doesn't really matter. 1 is good for getting 2 as well. 1 more egg. You ran from the 5% shiny Tailo? No. Did you not notice until it was too late, or were you angry that it was the wrong 5%? Remember, now you're gonna have to find something else to listen to for 6 more hours? Yeah. I'm afraid so. You're hunting 2 Ruby games, 2 Sapphire games, and 1 Emerald. At least the encounters are quick. Yeah, I wonder what my first shiny on this save file is gonna be. I guess now that we have EV training bases, it's very unlikely to be a wild Pokemon, so it's probably gonna be a Pokemon I'm breeding for. Alright, that's the last egg for this stream. So the next stream, we're gonna level up all of these guys. We're gonna level up all of these guys, and we're gonna need to make them happy as well. Oh, you were sick and on medication that made you kind of slow. Yeah, I can imagine not noticing it in time then. That's unfortunate. Superflash, you think your first shiny hunt is going to be on the Fire Red, Leaf Green Switch copies? Probably Deoxys. Alright, good luck with that. It is nice that we get access to the events. Well, I say we, but I don't have Fire Red, Leaf Green on the Switch. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Next stream, probably gonna be either Friday or Sunday. Small chance it's tomorrow. And then maybe on Friday we breed a third Pokemon for the Dome, but I still don't know who it's gonna be. And then on Sunday we can do some more Dome action. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's it for today. We'll finish off the EV training soon. And then maybe grind up 3 of the Latioses as well. So we have 6 of them at level 100. And then I can share my save file so that other people can use it to train. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for watching and chatting. And sorry for the lower energy. I mentioned earlier, I've been a bit tired lately. Take some rest. I will try.